ancient scripture says that it will be made simple enough for the foolish to get it, but so profound and deep that it will confound the wise. But you would still have it, and you would have a relationship with the divine if you choose. And the choice is yours.
You're listening to Conscious Conversations, a personal and spiritual growth podcast to help you become your fullest expression. Enjoy. And we're live. How's it?
We are live. It's great. It's really loud, though. I wonder if...
Okay.
Just turn my headset. Give me my volume so I can hear.
You want your volume low down?
Yeah.
Okay.
I volunteered for 3 summers. I'm on the Sound and Light team at Ängsbacka in Sweden.
Really?
Yeah, I would say a quite novice sound engineer, but I am an engineer by trade. A sales engineer currently.
I understand. It
Mhm.
really zooms you in, right? Like you're so in here.
I love it.
Yeah.
I totally love it. It's really nice. And I hear the sound of my own voice in a way that I don't normally hear, and it's a gift. I'm grateful for this moment. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Are we recording?
We're recording.
Oh, cool.
It's in right now.
All right. So
Yeah.
you can edit as you see fit, obviously.
No, I think let's leave this in. Why not?
Why not? Okay.
Yeah, or not.
Or not, whatever you're into. The sunset's amazing, man. I mean, I like we were talking about earlier, it's like, how can you see this beauty in this nature? How can you look at that sunset and not know that there's a designer to this design? Everything's been designed. You're so perfect. One little thing different in your strand of DNA, which has how many lines of code?
Mm-hmm.
Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of lines of code. I don't even know all the different combinations, and one little thing different, and you would be totally different. Could be, potentially. I don't know enough to back that up with some science right there, but I'm sure that some folks out there can.
Right.
You know, that's incredible.
I think
that
like
alludes
you,
to the designer.
like our minds can wrap around that.
Mhm.
Like it's not something that you can know, but you can just feel in you. Yeah.
Also, no, both.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, there's ancient scripture that says you're without excuse.
Mm-hmm.
You're without excuse.
What do you mean by that?
You can't look at that. You can't see. I carry around a cicada. A cicada. A friend found a cicada, and he's.
What's a cicada?
A cicada is a bug. Here, I'll show you.
Oh, it's a bug. Okay.
Yeah, I carry him. I love the container. I just happen to have this container, and I haven't figured out what I want to put in it.
Yeah.
But I love this container.
It's a bug.
I have a thing for. I don't know what kind of fetish that is, or what they call that thing for containers, but I have a thing for containers.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
just
you do.
I have a
All
container
right.
fetish, let's say. So I didn't know what to put in it. You know,
Uh-huh.
put your weed in there. I don't have any weed to put in there. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
this is what I got right now.
Right.
So I got a cicada.
Honey lemon.
A cicada.
Yeah.
Check him out, bro. He's amazing.
Oh.
Maybe the camera needs to see him.
Yeah.
Just Google YouTube and understand how a cicada makes his sound. So you hear cicadas, you know that.
Yeah, the very loud
They
ones.
come out, different
Mhm.
cicadas of different breeds, but there's some that only come out every 17 years. They lie dormant.
Wait, really?
Yes. And the
That's
way they
crazy.
make noise is not with their legs, but this whole back part of them is a resonance chamber. And if you look under the wings in the back,
Mm-hmm.
there are these diaphragms, and they use the whole thing to make sound, man. What?
Right.
Look at the eyes on this thing. Look at it. It's so intricate and so amazing. We cannot even replicate a robot like this. Maybe in 50 years, 40 years, we could try to build something that could be close to this performance, and maybe then eventually exceed it in performance.
Right.
But not in its own intelligent code. And it's just too perfect.
Like we don't know why.
Everything-
It just works. Yeah.
We can't know why, and that's
Like,
the mystery, right?
We
And
know
that's
how it
beautiful.
works, but we never know why it works the way it works.
Right. But you're still without excuse. The why is obvious to me, and so ancient scripture says that it will be made simple enough
Mm-hmm.
for the foolish to get it, but so profound and deep that it will confound the wise. And so sometimes the simple can look at somebody, maybe, God bless my brothers out there and my sisters with Down syndrome. But sometimes it may be in a different state and condition, but when you look at the sunset, you can understand that there's something greater than you. the simulation and the matrix, the reality duality that we exist in, right?
I think so much of it is like we think about it in our minds, but when you talk about it, and obviously I have some experience, it's like I feel it. It's not a thing that you get around in your concept. It's very hard. It's hard to explain, but it almost feel like your chest is open much. And when I had one of those crazy miraculous thing, when I had a tea ceremony, when I ayahuasca trip, was like, yo, at one time we were all both things at the same time. We were both a sperm and an egg.
I believe you. I know what you're talking about.
It's like, what? I was two things.
You were also both genders at the same time before you developed gender.
Right,
Right.
exactly. So it's like, what am I really then? Like, if I'm am I the sperm? Am I the egg? Am I the byproduct of those? It's like, it just kind of like messes with the way you think
Yeah.
of who you are, and I think that's
You were also an egg in your grandmother's womb. Did you know that?
Dude, that's really?
Think about it.
Wait. What are you talking about?
You were an egg in your grandmother's womb. So you were in
Wait.
when you you were an egg in your mother, right?
Right.
She gets all her eggs at birth. She has all her eggs.
Oh wait, at birth, like as a baby.
As a baby.
She has all my. She has all my.
She has all her eggs.
All her
and
eggs.
you were one of her eggs.
Right.
Those are developed inside of her mother's womb because she's birthed by her mother.
Yep.
So you were an egg inside your grandmother's womb.
Yep.
Right?
Right.
It's cool, right?
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And so now when I tell you something and it rings, right?
That's crazy, dude. That's
See?
crazy.
See?
Like whatever
And
my
you feel it.
grandma.
Did you feel it?
Dude, I never
Did you feel the
connected-
truth? Did you feel how it rings true?
Right.
You're like, whoa, that's crazy because it makes sense here, but it makes sense here. You feel it,
That's so crazy, dude.
right?
Yeah, you never think about that.
Right? And so that truth beacon, that truth detector that is your heart is where the truth is written. We just had an exercise in external validation, right? That was an external validator. The truth is within you. That cliche, right? The truth is within you. The truth is within you. Everything you have and you need is within you. That cliche, it's true. And so these are the external validators of what's already in you. That's why you are your own guru. You are your own teacher. You know, because it's if a guru says something wise and it rings true in your heart, the tendency for the mind and the human is, oh, guru. That's nonsense. It's usually centered around some egocentric something, in my experience. Everybody has their own. And I'm not judging. That's not my job. But in the truth can be said,
right.
In Scripture it says, out of a mouth of a donkey. Ancient Scripture, that truth can be spoken anywhere and observed anywhere. And so the thing is to use that heart detector and then understand that that's an external validation of what is already written in your heart. And if you were born alone on the island, you would have that and everything you need. You might develop some new spirituality and whatever your mind story tried to wrap around it, which is religion, right? But you would still have it, and you would have a relationship with the divine if you choose. And the choice is yours. And the choice, the free will, is this duality, matrix, simulation. But the light, the source, the one, the ocean, of which you are a drop, drop of water in the ocean, but still the ocean. That ocean is the light, is the singularity. It's outside the duality. It's in the 5D. So when we talk about our 5D body, we talk about the absolute. We talk about, in German, da ist nur Licht. Da ist nur Licht. Sorry to my German friends, and depending on where you are from in Germany, or if you speak Swiss German, it gets tough. Anyway, it means there is only light. There is only light. Darkness is merely a word that describes the absence of light. Light actually exists. When we are looking, we can see because of the refraction and reflection of wavelengths and particle physics.
Right.
It gets really trippy, actually. But it's a thing. It's a thing. Whereas darkness is just the absence of. It's not a thing. So light is the singularity.
I got a point. Just real quick tangent. Is
Let's
like,
go.
is hot the absence of? Well, it's called the absence of hot.
No.
Heat.
No.
Why not?
So those are states, right? That's a state. That's a temperature. It's just a measurement. Hot and cold is a label. But
Right.
yeah, that's different. We're talking about a thing and a lack of a thing. We're talking about a thing and a no thing.
Right. Because in temperature, there's
It's just a measurement.
right. Okay.
And then you say is hot, I might not say is hot. If you go to my sauna, I might be like, well, that's hot. You go to a Russian sauna and be like, that's hot.
When you talk about light, you mean like the sunlight, like any fluorescent
Yeah,
light?
I mean, ultimately, when we talk about the singularity, there's a lot of actual references to the Big Bang, right? There was the singularity.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so if you think about it like that, what was it? What does a black hole do? It's so powerful in its gravity, if I understand correctly, it sucks light in. Well, that would mean light has to be a thing to be sucked in. What is the black hole? Is it nothing? No, it's a lot. It's like, and so there's some theories around the singularity being the ultimate density of all the universe somehow packed in like smaller than a grain of sand kind of thing. What? And then boom, big bang, real big. Real big. The stars, starlight will come out soon. We'll see the moon. It's going to be beautiful. When we see the stars, that's light from hundreds of millions of years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hundreds of millions of years ago. But it's light. And the light we know there's dark matter and there's some other things. We don't know everything. We don't even know what's at the bottom of the ocean. So I'm not going to speak like I know. I can speak that I know not much.
Mm-hmm.
Very little.
Yeah.
Nothing in practical sense of the term, but there's knowledge to be had, let's say.
So there's light that sucks in the dark hole. So what?
No, there's only light. There's only light. Even a black hole is just, there's an absorption of that light. The singularity is the light. And so when I speak of the singularity, I'm also speaking of the non-duality. So we often hear these conscious language terms, right? Non-duality.
Mm-hmm.
What does that actually mean? And there's a lot to that, and we could go down some sort of philosophical tangent. What I'm trying to do in my profession, it's for me to boil down technical concepts, in selling software. And so I speak with engineering and product management and work with all these teams and understand what they're doing. And then I speak to a customer who might be in HR and they don't know barely how to use a Google sheet.
Right.
And they're awesome at their job. And so I have to be able to speak in practical terms. So what I'm trying to do is relay pretty big concepts that, if you get some guy in here that's all like, I'm a philosopher, we'll spend the next 10 years trying to go around in circles. But what I'm trying to do is make it practical and digestible. What does it mean for your life? How is it actionable? What can I do? What actions can I take? And so I take an action.
Yeah, like what knowing that perspective, what's the paradigm, you like to live on? What's the action steps?
For me personally or for a beginner?
Which way you want to talk about? I don't know.
You know what? I think it's most important to talk about the why. What are the outcomes?
Yeah.
So I'm going to speak from a selfish perspective.
Yeah.
My personal outcomes, I've lost, I'm still a little shy on camera. I haven't really been on camera, but I mean, I'm feeling pretty,
You're doing great,
I'm feeling
man.
pretty good for the whole 10 minutes a day. I work out every other couple days or whatever.
You work out for 10 minutes?
I don't know how long. Ask
Okay.
Braxton. I try to do the routines with him. Maybe it takes us 20 or 30 minutes. And then we do Wim Hof breathing and we free dive. It's dope, bro. So
free
dope.
dive?
Yeah,
How
bro.
many
With
minutes?
Wim Hof breathing in the water.
Wait, you do Wim Hof?
Yeah, we do Wim Hof out there.
How? You can't breathe in though.
Yeah, you can, man.
In the water, you
Not
breathe
under the water.
Oh, okay.
But then we go under. But when we do the out breath,
Yeah.
you hold your breath out. We do it under.
Yeah.
It's dope.
How many minutes? Like 3, 4?
I don't know, man. We
Okay.
just go for as long as we can.
Snorkeling. That's why you have the snorkeling gears.
Yeah. But it's nice free diving equipment. We bought the best you
Free
can get
diving.
here.
Yeah.
Free diving.
Yeah.
It's so fun, man.
All right.
I mean, how can you look at this and not know? Whoa! And it's my place to go. Whoa!
Right.
Wow!
Right.
Wow! I see colors I don't see up here. I get new knowledge. I seen fluorescent animals. Like what? Like a firefly in the air. I've seen them in the ocean. What is that thing?
So how does that tie to the personal, more selfish why? Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, the selfish why?
Yeah. We're there.
Oh.
Yeah.
I went from weighing 23 kilos more than I have. Sorry, I go down rabbit holes. I got it.
It's all good. It's all good. We bring you back.
I forgot we were on camera here.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
I weighed 23 more kilos than I do now.
Mm-hmm.
I was super depressed. I had, I had this a very long-term relationship with children, and was married to an angel and lost her because of my own midlife crisis nonsense.
Yeah.
But I can look back on, and I was depressed. I was so depressed that I think it's possible that if I didn't have children, I might have ended my own life. I went through some pretty depths of depression, and I have had all the ones, from Zoloft to Wellbutrin. Wellbutrin made me suicidal. Like, it really destroyed my life. And I didn't smoke cannabis because everybody, all the judgments and stuff around it. And I went sober and ruined my life for a while. But I was sober for a little while, but I was super depressed. And then I rediscovered cannabis again, even though I started smoking when I was 14, used to be a stoner, and I just thought it was the problem. And it wasn't. And then I discovered other medicines too. And eventually, the why for me now, again, I'm going off in these tangents. The why for me now, I'm at peace. I am so at peace. I am so without worry. I live without fear. I live my fullest life. You've seen me, right? We've partied. You've seen me with all my... dude, I love everyone here. And people are sharing that love back. And there's so many good vibes. And we're having so much fun. And it's not even about this place in the geography, although that does amplify it here, of course. But it's something alive in me, and yeah, it's the light. I'm a seeker of the light, and I serve the light. I'm a servant of the light, and I've found the way, and it's practical, and it's easy in the sense of the life, because I have no law, I have no rules, I have no worries. Everything's taken care of. I have ultimate peace. Ultimate joy is my strength. I dwell in joy. That's why I'm always happy and like stoked on life. Cannabis helps. And but that joy is my strength, and I'm getting it direct from the source, and I'm communing with the divine on a daily basis, and I'm talking to God. I'm not talking to myself. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to say I'm crazy and God's talking back. I'm not going to say that.
Right,
but what I am going to say...
You pray a lot, man.
A lot. I pray a lot.
Yeah, I see you.
I pray a lot. I even pray when I dance. If you see me when I'm dancing, I'm singing. And I'm singing prayers. I pray in the sauna. I can go through 108. Every one of them is my gratefulness prayer. Yeah. Every one of them. I'm charging this.
I started doing that because you inspired me to do that, because you were telling the other guy.
Really?
And
you started doing it?
I mean, like, more consciously. Okay, yeah, I should be more grateful. Like,
are you doing it out loud?
Doing it out loud. Yeah.
Say it out loud. The magic is in the spoken word. Yeah. When you do it, it will change everything. And did you hear Ada say what the results were for her boyfriend?
No.
Ada, sorry. She said that she said a lot. Let's just say for her, he's totally changed to he used to be grumpy before. Now he's super happy all the time. Just saying your gratitude every day. Start with 10 things, but every day, every morning, 10 things,
Right. That's powerful. So we were at the why.
The why. Okay, so that's I have everything I need, everything I ever want. You can take everything, and I am so inside so happy, and I don't need those things. Is money practical? Yeah, it's a tool. Do I have some? Yeah, I'm doing all right.
But let me try and understand, because at the ultimate understanding and realization that you realize that, like, there's God, and then like that somehow perspective is allowing you to just be super free and super in peace. Like, is that the perspective?
So I mean, maybe it's best to start with the beginner. Like, I think, I was challenged to the 5-minute walk. I was challenged to do 23 days, 5 minutes a day, and talk out loud to God as if he were right there and he was your best friend. Well, when I did that, I had some rage, let's just say. And so I talked out loud differently to God than most people might.
Yeah.
But I did. I talked out loud. And I was surprised to be the guy that I ended up telling him that I did the challenge, and it changed my life. And I told him, he's like, what happened? And I told him what happened on the first day. And And he said he said he's heard of a lot of things, but he hadn't heard on the first day I got my skull cracked. I felt like lightning hit me right between the eyes because I was mad and I was doing a bit of a rage against the machine. And are you familiar with what is it, Bulls on Parade or whatever? The "fuck you, I won't do what you tell me." That song?
Yeah.
I love that song.
energy. Yeah.
That energy.
Yeah, I have that too in me.
I have that rage, man. I'm the oldest son.
Right.
My parents tried to tell me what to do. First time I left home was at 14 and a half. Second time was 15 and I was out. You know, I was out of there. No rules. Fuck you. I will not do what you tell me. But that's a gift. That's a gift. We're sovereign. We're meant to be sovereign. We're meant to be sovereign princes of the universe, growing into God kings. This life is that test. Anyway, I digress. And so with that rage, where was I? Put me back on track.
Like the skull crack.
Yeah, dude. So I'm just like, I decided to rage. For whatever reason, my heart was angry. And so I was like, bring it, God. Fuck you. I'm not going to do what you tell me. Like, what is this religion bullshit and all this other stuff? If you're real, come right now, motherfucker. Like getting harsh, bro. Sorry about all the F words. And that's,
all good,
by the way, to my people, you know, I'm trying to quit that stuff. So if you want to hold me accountable, it's cool.
Okay. That's something you
we don't need F-bombs, you know. We can tone it down a notch. Make it PG.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And so basically, I don't know how to explain it other than like just like
something hit you right away.
Yeah, like I'm not. I had this sense of love and value, and that I meant so much that I'm now being communicated to by God. You know what I mean?
And it's a feeling.
It's a feeling.
It's a feeling.
It's not a thought. It's not in my mind. It's like in my heart. I'm being communicated to directly. The observer is observing something in the 5D body that defies explanation. And suddenly, I had understanding of why source couldn't appear to me. And it became so simple. We have free will. Free will is like one of the main reasons for the duality, right? This duality is a test of your will.
What's it? Okay.
Of sorts. Let's just say. Let's table that one. We can come back to that. But
cool.
But free will is necessary for a few things. First of all, can you reasonably not believe in me now that you've met me and we've had these conversations?
In terms of like God and stuff?
No, in me, personally, as a human being, and you're in the sphere of your reality.
Believe that you are not a person, or what do you mean?
That I exist or don't exist in the simulation.
I can't prove that. I never know.
But you can't prove... Yeah, I mean, like, but I'm here. Like, I'm touching you.
Right.
So you could deny that you ever met me.
Yeah, but
you can't really... You don't really have a choice to know that I came in through the Matrix and touched you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have a choice anymore? Do you have free will to believe whether I exist in the Matrix or not with you? In a sense of this sense. You can be in a state of denial, but you don't have a choice.
No.
You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Okay. So if Source came right here and said, "Hey guys," Santa Claus jumped out of the chimney and said, "Hey, I'm here."
Yeah.
You wouldn't have a choice anymore. So the reason
it's that distinctive of a feeling that you, without a doubt, in full body,
without a doubt, outside of me, and so I needed to understand this because it was basically the source. I felt the source communicate to me that I have been given the gift of choice, and the source loved so much that it wanted me to choose to love it, not have to love it. Like I love my mom so much, bro, so much. But I have to. Like, I was programmed. I sucked on her breast for 6 months. That's not a good idea. Try to go for 2 years next time if you can.
Yeah.
I was held tight. And I was taken care of. My mom has always loved me no matter what. I don't think it matters what I would ever do. My mom will always love me. Mm-hmm. So much unconditional love there. But my love is actually programmed. Mm-hmm. It's not choice. I can't really not love my mom unless I'm sick in the head and in denial or have some real damage. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's the same thing. And so free will, if you really want to be loved, like my sons love me. For sure they love me. But they can't not. They don't, as much as I appreciate their love and I appreciate their affection, but if the ultimate would be if someone chose to find you and choose you, that's real love. And so the invitation that nature is giving us, the invitation that the message is giving us from the universe is find me, chase after me, look for me and find me. And if you seek, you will find. This is scripture. Knock and the door will be open to you. And I'm a seeker, and I've used lots of different tools, from medicines to meditation to raging against the machine to find knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, and I sought and I found. And so this was my first step intellectually to break down my barriers, because religion burned me, and as it burns many people, because religion is a man-made construct of what something is super real. And scripture is, if you actually go read scripture, it doesn't look anything like the church. Weird. The Catholic Church is jacked. That's because everybody goes and even pays money like membership to feel clean from their sins, and they never even read the book. They never even read the book. They're like, oh, I'll just let the priest do it for me.
Right.
And I'll pay him.
Outsourcing.
What? Yeah. Are they your guru now? Read that. It's totally different. It's not excuse me. Don't mean to defame. Maybe we could edit that one. Like, bleep.
Yeah.
But really,
okay.
Read it. It doesn't say what they're saying.
But the more important thing is you felt it,
Yeah.
and it completely changed who you are.
Completely.
Yeah.
Completely.
And the 5-minute walk is something, or just having conversation with God.
It's
Like
having out loud.
Yeah,
He
out
is
loud.
out loud.
Okay.
The spoken word, the power is in the
Neil, what's
spoken
it
word.
that, the
And then
Neil?
you see
Yeah.
from the abundance of the
Mhm.
heart, the
Yeah.
mouth speaks. Also scripture.
Right.
This is where it's coming from, right? And so when you hear your own words and when you speak into the universe, you're creating wavelength. You're creating vibration, right? That's how sound works. You have vibrating. You're creating energy. You're moving energy. And so your words have power. Their spoken word is magical. This is why I want to stop using the F word and things like that, because it's powerful.
It's also kind of like brave in a way to remove all the judgment and the preconceived notion. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Some silly ass shit. I'm trying to talk to God. Am I crazy or whatever?
Yeah.
That's a hard, like, being open minded enough
Go
to
through
just
that.
like try that shit. You know, like
Go through it.
Like congruently.
You rap, bro, and you rap really good. Do you stop yourself from rapping because you're shy? No, man, you can't. If you want to get on it.
But in a way, it's also scary to know if that's true.
Which?
Like, God exists.
Oh, you're afraid
Yeah.
to find out?
It's also kind of, it's like, it's kind of trippy to smoke DMT.
Yeah.
It's like, because a lot of people say that shit exists, and it's kind of scary to like.
Why is it
like,
scary?
Because first of all, it's so different from this reality. Like,
It isn't. This reality is in it. This reality is part of it. It is it. Every bit of it. What holds the atoms together? What force? Oh, this force and that force because science says so. No. You're going to take another breath because the source allows and gives it to you. That butterfly just flew by because it was made that way. This is all designed. And this is a work of art called love. Let me sum up. There's a book of scriptures.
Mm-hmm.
There's all sorts of scripture books, but there's one called the Bible.
Yeah.
And very people are very familiar with. I'm going to summarize the Bible in 2 sentences. First one's only 3 words from the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
God is love.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one is to love your neighbor, love other as yourself.
Mm-hmm. Love everybody as yourself. Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Do those things, and there is no law. When you can live that way, truly live that way, and then there's so many scriptures that lead to the truth to show you how to live that way, and then there's magic.
Mm-hmm.
There's also magic, and there is actually blood magic, and it's very deep. But the blood sacrifice was already made, the perfect sacrifice was already made, and you can summon and come through and in that magic into the fullness of unconditional love. And the price, it's priceless because you're priceless. And it involves an exchange of your life in receipt of another.
Wait, that sounds kind of like...
Trippy, right?
No, that sounds kind of like, what do you mean, that's kind of dark, man.
It is a little bit.
It's a bit dark, bro.
There's a theory. So if you look at things like gravity, okay, so gravity doesn't care what you call it, doesn't care if you believe in it. But you jump off a building, you're going to die. Okay?
Why would you kill that
doesn't make gravity dark. That doesn't make gravity dark. Gravity doesn't care what you call it, doesn't care if you believe in it, and it doesn't care if you think it's light or dark, and it isn't. It's just the operating system of the matrix. Well, the operating system of the matrix also has other laws.
Yeah.
And there's laws around light and dark.
Right.
The absence of light, if you are not living in the light, you will cease to exist. It's like, it's not death, it's just nothing.
Okay.
If you're not vibrating light, if you're not living light, then you will cease. And when your body ceases, you will cease.
Yeah.
Right? But if you're reverberating a light in your 5D body, your 5D body is becoming light. And that is perpetual and forever. Right? It's beyond the 4D that is temporary in the duality.
Right,
but in the singularity, in that realm, it exists differently.
Right. But have you done a blood sacrifice thing?
No. Okay. So in the ancient of times, there was lots of different religions, from the Incas to the Hebrews, that gave blood sacrifice to atone for the wrongdoings of the people and appease the gods, so the fields would do their thing.
Right.
Apparently, it worked, because the Incas got all the way to sacrificing virgin women, or girls, like killing girls, because it worked. It was blood magic.
But
So
who are they sacrificing to, though? Is it the...
yeah, that's a problem.
Right.
That's a whole nother story. We won't even talk about that, okay?
Right.
So there's a story about a blood sacrifice, and it comes from the Hebrew tradition.
Okay.
The Torah and the Kabbalah, where they prophesied about a Messiah that will someday come and rescue the Jewish people.
Right.
And they believe that he hasn't come, and then the Christians believe that he has. And if you look at the life of Yeshua HaMashiach, I would not take on the label Christian because of the religious connotations and all those other things. I will say I am a follower of the way. Yeah. That's something entirely different.
Okay. We'll talk about that later.
We can talk about that later.
Yeah.
And when it's written that, and the prophecies actually line up to say that it was this man. If you look at it, it's pretty, like, it's convinced hundreds of millions of people for 2,000 years.
Yeah.
So there's some stuff there. It's not to be taken. If you read it yourself, you might be blown away. So it looks to me, if I observe correctly, that the God itself
go ahead.
became a man, a perfect man, and then took on all evil, all darkness, swallowed that, and then was killed and blood was let.
Yeah.
But no bone was broken, because that was one of the prophecies that was fulfilled, which is very interesting.
Okay.
And through that, even I think was it Josephus?
You want some more?
I'm okay.
Okay.
That deep stuff is heavy. The historian for the Romans even, I think, had some report about some activity that happened in the temple, the Jewish temple, and they used to have, the temple was separated with the Holy of Holies, where God itself, themselves, herself, himself, genderless 5D epic bazillion infinite dimensions being, we'll say, source, would actually could come, and only the priests that were super purified could even enter there through a huge purification ceremony, killing an animal, letting blood, the whole thing. And some people could survive it. Some people couldn't even get purified even through that. They would have a rope tied around their ankle, and they could drop dead in the presence of this purity because they weren't pure. And they would hear bells, ching, ching, ring, and they would drag them out. And there was a veil, so to speak, it says in the scriptures, and it's a curtain between that place and the rest of the temple, and that's where God dwelled. And on the day that happened, that veil was torn. It actually tore, and there was lightning that day. And it says it in the Roman historian, a Jewish Roman historian, wrote it. And then there was lightning. It was like a huge thing when that happened that day. So something magical definitely happened, something pretty heavy. And if you accept that, and you walk in that, and then you realize what that was atonement for everything you've ever done. So now you can have unlimited forgiveness. You can have true, unconditional love from the source, because you are now forgiven of all things. If you do one simple thing, forgive and love others. It's the same. forgiveness and love is the same. Agape love, unconditional love. In the Greek, there's 8 words for love, and agape love is the word for unconditional love. Does that make sense to you?
If I'm tying it correctly, you said that when Jesus sacrificed himself.
Yeah, Yahshua HaMashiach. In the Western world, in the religious Christian structure, is called Jesus Christ, yes.
Okay,
Yahshua
Yeshua
HaMashiach.
HaMashiach.
Yeah, Joshua the Messiah.
Joshua the Messiah.
Yep.
This perfect being came
Mm-hmm.
and then sacrificed himself
For all of humanity.
which I don't understand why it has to go through a sacrifice, but that's a different point.
To have ultimate, because the magic you need, there needed to be atonement for wrongdoing. There needed to be some re-entry back into the light, because the light is the singularity, it's perfect. And when you dwell in the duality and then you become of the duality, you actually make a choice to be in the darkness. You actually choose to be without the light. If you choose for the darkness, like if I choose to steal from you, I commit a sin, so to speak. It is wrong. It feels wrong. It feels wrong. When I steal from you, it feels wrong.
Right.
We know it to be wrong. All of our laws all over the planet say it's wrong. And so when we do those things and we get caught, there has to be atonement for it. What is it? You see, it's sent to prison. Where does that come from? It comes from the law of the matrix, of the law of this duality, reality, simulation, universe. And it says that there has to be some sort of karmatic atonement for those mistakes, that darkness, right? And what this is the ultimate payment. If you accept it, if you believe in it and act on it, right? Faith is the action of belief. Right? If you have faith in it, if you take action on the belief in it, and you conjure that, and you call upon that name, and you receive that power, and you live it out, then you are technically, spiritually, in 5D, and you will experience it. You will experience it in your life under this magic power that gives you pure, unconditional love from the source, that gives you joy that is incredibly vast, and it is strength. Everybody says how happy I am and how much energy I have, even at my age. You know, I stopped aging at 33.
Yeah.
And it's because of that joy, and that joy comes from this source, and it comes from receiving this unconditional love and forgiveness. As long as I unconditionally love and forgive you. So I've been through a lot. People wrong me all the time, man. All the time. I get burned. I get burned. Somebody just tried to rip me off. All sorts of stuff happens all the time. And I just forgive and let go. And all of it, I'm fine. More comes. I release and let go. Release and let go. And so if you read the words of Yahshua HaMashiach and what love actually looks like, love is patient, love is kind, love is not proud, and doesn't put itself over others. It's not jealous. It's just so awesome, and the way that it's lived out is like, hey, if everybody lived, so like, I'm here for you. I literally tell my friends, I want to help support your dreams coming true. And I want to do that. And I have, it's been amazing. And if we all lived like that, there's enough food on this planet to feed everybody more than once over, as far as I understand it. And again, statisticians, correct me if I'm wrong. There's enough. There's so much abundance. And it's just a matter of living this life out in that way. And so if you accept this and live this way, it will cost you your life. You literally give, part of the ceremony and part of that magic is giving your life, surrendering all to the universe. In my case, pile of shit, depressed ass life. Sure, I had money and success and whatever else, and Beamers and a dope house on a hill. Yeah. Dope house, meaningless, man. It meant nothing. It did nothing for me. I was torn up on the inside, I traded all that for peace that blows the mind, that surpasses understanding. I'm sometimes just in awe of life, just in awe of how incredible life and wonderful it is now. And I can live in that.
But you have to give the like an organization all your wealth? And
No.
What do you mean? No. Trading means just to shift
that would be some bullshit guru stuff right there.
Okay,
you know what I
okay.
mean? No.
Right. Just checking.
You surrender to the universe.
Okay.
You surrender your life. No,
You
are your own guru.
Right.
Your guru tells your body, your 5D self tells your body to submit and surrender. You're going to die, bro. This thing is going to die.
Fuck,
Not you.
man. Yeah.
This thing is going to die. Guaranteed, right?
Right.
Guaranteed.
100%.
The most precious asset you actually have is your time.
Right.
That's all you have. And you don't even know how much you have.
Right.
You know,
Rich Dad Poor Dad, don't sell your time for money. Just but anyways, yeah.
I read Rich Dad Poor Dad. That turned me on to real estate. That's how I got into it.
Yeah,
when I was young.
So, where were we? Sorry.
Mm.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna fucking die.
You are.
Yeah.
You're guaranteed to die. And so why not just die now? And so I'm dying daily
so it's the
to
ego,
myself.
right?
It's the
ego,
It's
bro,
ego
fuck.
death, man. You got to put that ego to death.
Shit.
You got to turn from that stuff.
That
thing.
shit,
And the monkey mind.
Yeah.
The monkey mind will take you down dark paths, bro, because it wants what it wants. It wants to solve your problems. You think you want this. You think you want that. And you're not feeling. You're not living from your heart. There's some statistic that says 95% of all of, everybody, but 95 on average, 95% of our day is the just programmed monkey mind body doing what it normally does.
Thoughts, right?
Yeah,
on repeat.
just on repeat, on loop.
Yeah.
You're very rarely present, huh?
Yeah. Usually negative thoughts.
Oh
too.
Yeah. And so that's the other thing too. So you give all that. You give your life in exchange, but then there is responsibility comes with that.
Right.
You have to love and forgive. If someone punches you in the face,
you
literally turn the other cheek. I don't do that. I run. I win every fight because I run. You will not punch me. I'm not going to get hit.
But like there's also that place where, I don't know, I'm still kind of learning. Like today, 2 days ago, motor accident, overcharging me. And I don't know, I feel like I still need to do certain things. So like go to the police, get a right quote, like negotiate so I don't get ripped off. But like at the end,
do what you can for justice. That's justice.
Yeah, for justice.
Yeah,
okay.
Of course. You do what you can.
All right.
But ultimately you submit. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
taxes, man. My government's trying to rob me right now.
Right.
And the whole country was founded on not being robbed for taxes.
Yeah.
That's the irony of it. They're the United States and Eritrea are the only two countries on the planet that tax their citizens abroad.
Right.
They're trying to rob me. But you know what? It's Ben Franklin's face on the $100 bill. That's his money. But and, F him.
Because I feel like
not him personally, but like if America wants it, then you let him take it. If people are gonna, if it says if people steal your shoes, give them your coat too. You know what I mean? Because that's how you change lives. That's how your life has changed and how their life has changed. If you're a normal victim, like, give me all your money, give me all your things, and you're like, oh, and you just give all your stuff and he runs off, it's just the same old loop again. But if you go, oh yeah, brother, here, let me give you some more stuff. I'm going to go to the ATM and put in my 5-digit code and give you some money, brother, because I can see you need some money, man. How can I help you? What's the robber going to do? He's going to be like, huh? It's a different operating system. It flips the whole story on its head. It flips the script. Everybody's saying, do whatever you want. Do whatever your ego wants. Cut your dick off if you want because it feels good and you think it's going to solve your internal conflict problems because you have trauma and were abused as a child. No, man. Flip that script. Swim upstream. It's super duper hard, but it's meaningful and it takes you somewhere.
Wait, so on a practical terms, let's say with this lady that like trying to scam me, it's like literally me going in and trying to help them.
Yeah. Or I mean, I don't know the specifics of the situation.
Yeah,
your heart will guide you. You just listen to your heart.
Got you.
For me, I was just in a similar situation. They tried to scam me for a car accident.
Right.
A little bit. Yeah. I don't know if it was, I'm not going to judge them and say that was entirely intentional, but they smelt opportunity, and everybody knows they make money here when you get in an accident. That's just how it rolls. I'm not going to rent outside of like Hertz or whatever again, so I'm going to buy something. But anyway, I stood for justice for sure.
Yeah.
But I did what's right. I took it to another shop, and I said, put everything on there, brand new. Make it special, and I paid extra to make that car shine. I said, polish the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Paid an extra $100. I want it. It's beautiful. Mm-hmm. I want them to see it better than I took it away. If they don't appreciate that, that doesn't matter. I feel great about it, bro. Worth $100 to feel like that. Bro. Do you know what I mean? That's love.
Yeah.
That's love, and that's living it out. And it's not about anybody else. It's about me, because all you can do is you. All you can control is you. And just like you said, you can prove that no one else in this world exists. Only you exist. And if that's a fact, you can't prove the consciousness of others, only the awareness of your own. And you know what that means? That means Yeshua HaMashiach died only for you. Do you understand?
Wait, say that last bit. Like, why?
Because if it's just a possibility.
Right.
There's a possibility that you are the only thing that exists because you cannot verify my consciousness. Right. You can see me in your reality matrix, but I could be just part of the simulation.
Right.
You don't know. You don't know. But you know, because you, especially if you've done meditation, you're the higher I am that observes the mind and the observer in the matrix, right? You're the great observer with the mind and the monkey mind, the body in the 4 dimensionals. You're the 5-dimensional being, right? You've seen that through meditation.
Yes. But not as, I can do more, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's having a glimpse to have that understanding of what that is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So
yeah. Maybe I only exist.
Maybe only you exist. And so if that's the case, then in this storyline, if this is what I believe is truth, that source, it says again, God is love, that love so loved the world, that source love so loved the world that found a way to become a man, to perform the magic, to give you the gift of forgiveness and love so that you could pour it out upon others and that it could ricochet and it would multiply. And imagine if everybody lived this way, how beautiful our planet would be. There would be no war. There would be no starvation.
Yeah, but what am I?
What are you? You are pure consciousness. You're a grain of sand on the beach, and the beach is the source consciousness. And you are the extension of source itself. You are source. Source is plural. Source is genderless. Source is plural.
Yeah.
Right? They loved themselves so much they wanted more of themselves, but they wanted themselves to go through a process of choice. Is what it looks. This is just my theory.
Right.
You guys can think in whatever you want.
Yeah.
It seems like that they made a choice to create other beings to love themselves and to love them and to create love and have love perpetuate. Everything in this world is a work of art called love. This is all about love, and love is light. And that's that frequency, that's that vibration. You can practice that magic of love, and it has an effect. It has an effect. In my life, it has a very clear effect on everything around me. And I have abundance, man. I have business that comes to me from out of nowhere, bro.
Right. It's
amazing. So that's that miracle.
Got you. Hey, bro, I feel like we have maybe 5-10 minutes in us.
Wow.
5 to 10 more minutes in us, but I want to try the infrared mode because there's.
Let's go.
Yeah, 1 sec.
That would be dope.
1 sec.
Have you ever done that on a podcast?
Nope.
Cool. Do people actually watch this far?
I do. I feel like this is awesome.
I mean, can you get some Google Analytics that tell you where you lose eyeballs and where people drop off? That'd be dope. I'd love to see that. Sorry, ending geek mode there.
I'm back, man. Dude, the infrared light.
I wonder if there's a Web3, like a blockchain technology that does like a Google Analytics thing. And if not, you heard it here first.
Everything that is Web 2, just make it Web 3, basically.
Basically.
Right? Yeah.
Basically. We need there's so many things we could do like that. We could talk about that stuff all day. Actually, I was wanting to do a YouTube channel where I could rant about...
No, you're good at this,
rant about my iPhone and all the stupid bugs. Ever since Steve Jobs died, the whole thing went to shit. I assure you, Steve Jobs would not do the dongles and stuff. It's so dumb.
Oh, right.
Stuff like that.
Come on,
anyway,
man.
back on.
But I think it's very easy having convo with you because you just
Thanks,
go.
Brother.
You just go.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I have fun, there's a part of me that I love surfing.
But bro,
and I would rather just sit stoned on a beach somewhere and not talk to anybody, just hang and chill hard. But I feel like I've been guided. I'm being guided every day. I'm being direct.
Dude,
and
your
message
is deep, bro.
Thanks, brother.
No,
I'm trying to simplify. It's not my message. It's,
right.
Again,
Sorry.
I'm an external validator.
Right.
I'm an external validator.
Yeah.
That's
and
it.
I'm the heart. Right.
That's like in blockchain. I'm a validating node. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the transaction belongs to you.
Right.
The heart has the truth in it.
Right.
But I may be just repeating what's already known to you.
Dude, that's why. I feel like not your perspective, the perspective that's channeled through you is so resonating.
Thanks, bro.
In one, when I interacted with you, okay, obviously I have my skepticism. That's the way I have in my mind, but I feel it in me. I feel it in that moment. It's okay, you're speaking some truth that we can take with us it doesn't require any drugs. It doesn't require any external stimulation. We could, be at any city, have this perspective and this appreciation for life, even when shit is down. We can remind ourselves of this kind of stuff, have a conversation with God, open our heart, like follow, like this shit is grounding,
Yeah, it works, bro.
It's like
throw in some Wim Hof breathing, some out loud prayer, and then you start to progress into singing and dance. My dance is magic, bro. I perform magic with my dance. I am telling you what, and I'm not imagining stuff, because abundance is coming to me in crazy ways all the time. I could tell you crazy stories of just the past 2 months that you'd be like, that happened to you?
Because you're in that state.
Yes.
Because you're in that state.
Because I'm in that state, and because I'm rocking in that flow. I'm not trying to. I'm not raging against the machine anymore. I gave up and I submitted to a new machine. I'm raging against the Matrix machine, but I'm not in the Matrix anymore. I'm out of it. Now I'm plugged back in just for the mission, just to go through the simulation, and just to experience what I have to experience, to grow and to learn and to become the God being that I'm intended to be. Because we are made in God's image. We are mirror images of God, but we're just in training. God's in training of sorts, I mean, the rabbit hole goes really, really deep. We can get super into it, but I'm trying to simplify it as much as I can.
I understand. So, I mean, just quickly, like, what you say, you go through a ceremony to be initiated, like that.
Yeah, sort of.
A little bit. Oh, okay, but like,
yeah.
But like,
it's not a ceremony. I mean, it is a ceremony since it's a
like formality.
No, man. It's like, what does a magician do? It's like a spell. It's like a seance. There's another word I'm trying to think of here. Some English. Your English is so great, by the way, bro. Really good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Makes life easy for me. Sorry, my
I don't know the terminology.
My Mandarin or Cantonese is nil.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a magical thing. You're performing magic.
Okay.
When I dance, I dance. I draw my worship circle everywhere I go, and so wherever I dance, is now my own personal holy ground.
Right.
And my dance is a worship to the Creator, and my dance is a movement of energy into manifesting the things that are given to me as a vision, that are part of my heart and the desires of my heart and are my dream. And these things will happen, and they happen all the time, bro. My dream life is, I'm living a dream life that is better than I could have dreamed. That's why I'm always rocking around with a smile on my face, Yeah.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Dope,
it's amazing.
Bro, on a dope float.
Go, bro.
Chilling on the go. Yeah, smoke dope. Yeah. Dude, that's beautiful, man.
That helps. The medicine helps.
Yeah.
Cannabis helps. It that's why it was suppressed for so long.
Yeah.
I think there's some serious value. I mean, the psilocybin has been fast tracked. My understanding is that even the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has fast tracked psilocybin as a miracle drug. So now they're speeding up testing on it. You even have maps to raise $50 million. For the psychedelic studies, and it's changing lives. It's opening up people. And governments I think that governments have suppressed it for so long because they don't want open minds. They want to program. The media wants to program. There's so many people that are stuck in their Instagram program.
Yeah. Bro, like, I just feel like doing small things, even just now when we hugged before we did the podcast, you call it what, like a cuddle exercise?
It's just a 20-second hug, man.
Yeah, just oxytocin comes out.
Oxytocin.
Like, it's also super useful to know these small little things to do. Like,
make it practical.
Yeah, so it's like awesome, man. You have a quick fire round of those, like, things that you like to do to get your state up?
Man, I love. I don't agree with everything, and I don't know everything in super depth, but I've seen, and I don't know about egos, and everybody's got opinions, and I don't want to judge anyone, but I enjoy Dr. Joe Dispenza's the philosophies. I believe that he's onto something. And he has a 3-minute video. If you search Dispenza 5 things that will change your life, and you look for like the second search result, it's a 3-minute video. I think it's direct from him. It's his channel. And that 3-minute video is like the concentrate of everything that he's teaching. And if you watch it every day for 23 days, and you can practice those things, and do the 5-minute walk for 23 days,
Mm.
I promise you, you will have epic changes in your life. And I helped a lot of people that way, just those 2 things. And then there's steps that you can take after, and we can go, again, the rabbit hole goes deep, and I can help you with all of it, all the way through to the ceremonies, you know? And those ceremonies, it is kind of like, it's kind of like a wedding / magic / it's a surrender. But it has to be when you're ready. You have to be ready to surrender. Everything I have is my father's, is my sources, is my goddesses, is my mothers, is my great mothers, is my universes, is my kings, is my gods. Everything I have, even my body, to everything. And I have everything in return. This whole world is literally mine if I want it. I just don't, what do I need? What do I really need? You know, I didn't eat till almost 4 o'clock today. I was just fine. Sure, it can affect the emotions. Observe it. Roll with it. What do you really need eventually? You need a little food. Right here on this beach, we know you can be naked here sometimes. You know? You don't even need clothes sometimes. You can live on so little. Everybody's pursuing money and wealth, and it's not fulfilling them. Who's fulfilled? All these depressed people. America sells billions of dollars in antidepressants. Meanwhile, they spend, because everybody has all this stuff, and the rappers just keep talking about more and more materialism. You know, they're going into a new slavery, a slavery to money, and to what? To perceived power, to 20 million followers on your Instagram? Who cares?
Right, yeah.
You know, what you care about is that moment that we had together, that hug, that sunset, the joyful times we have at all these amazing parties where we're connecting to each other and dancing for joy and celebrating life, in a connected way, and serving each other and helping each other. Just today, we were at Community Day, at the room, and one of the brothers just goes in and jumps in and does all the dishes and leaves the place cleaner than he found it, and just for the community, for the love, and it makes it better for everyone. And so now we live in community, and we expand that. And it's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful practice. And touch is a huge part of it. So we do cuddle puddles and stuff like that. It's really nice.
I get it, man. You gotta open that heart, baby. You can start one step at a time. Yeah. I feel you, man. So there's a lot. There's a lot. It's actually, we packed a lot.
We did all right.
in like 50 something minutes. Because I had like a 50 something minutes conversation yesterday. It wasn't this packed. You know what I'm trying to say?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Thanks,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. We went places. We a little high, a little low, a little funny, a little tangent. But like, we got the job done.
We did it. We did it eventually.
So, man, I appreciate you so much for doing this.
It's my pleasure.
I can't. There's a lot of things I need to rewatch and kind of digest a little bit deeper. But I feel it here. It's like at the end of the day, I got a new mode that I can operate on.
Yeah.
I know, like, okay, shit, like things not working. I meditate, do some yoga, do some breath work, maybe do a little detox. Talk to God. Do a little prayer, do my little gratitude.
Yeah.
Like all the beliefs and the things and the stories, like that's cool. That's external validators, right?
Yeah,
like you say,
validation.
but like I don't need to believe or even pay attention to that because that's where mine goes. But I can just feel it in my body and like shit, I feel fucking grateful. Like I got, I love my dog, I love my mom. Things are going well. I got my goals. My energy is up. I'm more positive. Like that shit is enough for me, man. And then we can go a little bit deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, or more expand, open. Yeah. So that's at least what I got from it.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Awesome. I'm so glad you had some takeaways there, man. Good stuff. Well, I love you, brother. Thank you for this opportunity. It was fun.
All right. Peace.
Later.